Hello, dear viewer. Thank you for joining me today for your daily pick-a-card reading. I'm going to ask you to choose the stone that calls out to your intuition. We have dream, strength, hope, peace. You could go by that or by the color of the stone, but whatever stone speaks to you. All right, I'll begin the reading and I'll put the timestamps in the description below so that you can find them. All right, those of you who chose this gray dreamstone, and I believe that is quartz. We have the Three of Swords, we have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. Boy, oh boy, your spirit is all over this day because there must be something that has you feeling a little bit, well, this isn't a new wound, right? There's no blood dripping here. These are the kinds of things that are kind of stuck with you, where you feel a little heartache when you think about them. And sometimes it's an old heartache that gets triggered when something similar happens to something that happened before. A lot of times we get this in relationships. If there's something that hurts our feelings and, oh gosh, they did it again, or they said it again, or they whatever, sometimes it's like that. But it's some sort of thought pattern that brings you some heartache. And I think that I don't want to minimize that because it's difficult. In this life, we do have loss. We do have certain sadnesses. And so it looks like it's a time when you're tempted to think of those. They maybe come on in, maybe because of an event that happened. Nothing huge. These are minor arcana. So I'm not talking a big event. I'm talking about, who knows? Something thoughtless. I'm talking about a reminder of a loss or grief. I'm talking about things like that. But you know what Spirit says? Spirit loves you so much that brings in all kinds of opportunities. The Ace of Cups, healing, brings you healing, an opportunity for healing, for feeling the feelings and then knowing how much you're loved, how Spirit is with you. They don't judge us. You know what I mean? We judge ourselves sometimes. We want to say to ourselves, well, we should just get over this, or why do I still have this in our lives? We don't. Spirit is not like that at all. Spirit will sit with us with that sadness and hug us and hold us and love us. And I think that's what that Ace of Cups is. And they know, our loved ones too on the other side, whether this is angel, whether this is a source, or loved ones who have passed before, they know it's not easy. So we have a lot of love and compassion coming from the other side. We have Ace of Wands. An opportunity is also given to you. So it may be a situation where, okay, you're experiencing some kind of recurring heartbreak, but guess what? You're kind of thinking, hey, maybe if I do this differently, or maybe if I did that, or maybe I could avoid this problem in the future. Maybe this is an opportunity, like, I don't think I'm going to be talking to that person for a while. I think I'm going to insulate myself for a while, or, it could be anything, but an opportunity also is given to you. So it's not wasted heartache. And like I said, this isn't a big thing. I don't feel like this is anything happening today in particular. It's more like an ongoing thing. Okay, well, I hope that you receive all that love and healing, and then love and joy can come in. See, sometimes, the raw things need to be felt for the good things to come in. All right. So for those of you who chose the Strength card, the Strength card, the Strength stone, we have the Ace of Swords. We have opportunities galore, don't we? We have the Judgment card, and we have the Seven of Cups. Okay. Oh, this is great. So the Judgment card is your major arcana. That means that there is an angel helping you. Have good judgment, hear from the other side, understand what's going on, and make a good decision. So that's wonderful to have that help when we have a Seven of Cups kind of situation where, we kind of don't know what choice to make, or Or else something's confusing. It's hard for us to see it clearly for some reason or another. Maybe we're too close to it. Maybe somebody's making it confusing. But it's really wonderful to have angelic help when we're having a day like that. And we've got the swords, the Ace of Swords. Also, not only that, but Spirit is offering you an insight, a plan, an awareness, an understanding, a thought. The Ace of Swords is all about that. It's a message sometimes, it's a truth that hits you. You're getting help. So don't worry if it's a day where you find something kind of confusing. I think the mists will evaporate eventually because you have this powerful help here. And when we get a major arcana like this, it might not just be today. It might be this is a sort of overarching energy for you right now because there's something you're trying to figure out. There's something new that will be coming to you, an epiphany, a revelation, an understanding that will really be valuable. So hang in there. You're getting help. And I feel like you probably already feel that. All right, for those of you who chose the Hope Stone, we've got the Page of Coins, we've got the King of Swords, and we've got the King of Coins. Oh my goodness. Okay, so these are wonderful cards because they're all about maturity. They're all about having a good plan. They're all about having stability and security in your life. Pentacles are health or wealth or both, sources of security, whatever that may be. Sometimes it's relationships, community, you've got your people, but this is stable. Things are okay. Things are holding their own, you've built some stability. That means underneath it all. The King of Swords is all about being able to make a good plan, being able to be logical. You're very practical today. You're very practical today. You're really not listening a lot to your emotions today, and that's okay, though, because you're being mature about it with the King and the King. It doesn't mean that, sometimes we do have to put our emotions aside and just do what makes sense and say what makes sense and do what makes sense for our own security and our future security. So that's what's going on. In fact, you pick up a new opportunity to enhance that security and stability, whether that's financially, health-wise, however it is. You pick up a new opportunity for that because it makes a lot of sense. It's part of your larger plan. It's practical, and you know it. So I like this. It feels there's going to be there's a direction you're going in that just feels so right. But you're not going by the emotion. Sometimes those kings come up when, even if we don't feel like something like emotionally, our intuition knows it's right. When I say it feels right, it's like the intuition knows it's right. Okay, for those of you who chose the Peace Stone, this gray Peace Stone, we've got the 9 of Coins, we got the 7 of Coins, and we got the Page of Cups. All right. You know what this is about? This is about, even though you may not feel like you have quite enough, sometimes with the 7 of Coins, that can be money, that can be health, that can be financial stability. Even though you may kind of wonder if you have enough, or you may be a little unhappy with your work, with the progress you're making. Sure, the harvest is rich, but there's something you're not so pleased with. You know what this is saying? This is saying, ignore that dissatisfaction and really try to enjoy what you have today. Do something special for yourself. This woman, she likes to get outside in her vineyard and, just enjoy the sunset. She's built up some things, right? She's enjoying what she's earned. She's the self-made woman. So I think this is saying, you know what? You're this. Not so much this, okay? So you don't need to get stuck there. You can get your eye off of the problems and really choose to be good to yourself today. Enjoy what you've built, what you've gathered. The Page of Cups is also about that. That's about being inspired on a moment's notice to go do something, that you would enjoy. So it's sort of like, oh, sure, I could do all this work. I could do that. I could do this practical thing. I could do that other thing to increase my health or wealth. But today, I'm going to do something I enjoy. I've earned it. It's okay to not worry. It's okay to not focus on oh, is this enough? It's okay to be led by flights of fancy a little bit here and sensual pleasures. This is also sensual pleasures. It's okay to have some of that in the day. So that's what that's about. These are minor arcanas. It's not like a huge thing, but you know what? Every time I feel like when we make a decision that is self-loving and actually brings some joy in or some enjoyment in, that's important. That starts to shape the quality of our lives because we should have that every day. So, and I don't want to say if you don't, they're doing something wrong. Like I've said before, spirit, they understand this place isn't easy to be in. We're always learning, but it's good. It's good. The more pleasure and good feelings we can feel somewhere in our day, the more likely we are to feel those tomorrow, to learn how to make that part of every day. All right. Well, I thank you all so very much, and I hope you have a marvelous day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.